Hey guys, JoeFan82 here, and before I get into this video, I just want to give a big thank you to Hooded Cobra Commander 788 for all the work he did on our recent collaboration. If you haven't seen it, we took turns looking at vintage and modern versions of Sci-Fi. I will put links in the description for those videos. Be sure to check them out when you get a chance. It was a lot of fun working on that, so I just wanted to give him a thank you before I get into the main event for this video, which is the Female Cobra Officer. This figure was released in 2016 in the Cobra Legions 3-pack along with the Saw Viper and Bat figure. This was a highly anticipated figure. This is the first time there has been an official release of a female Cobra Trooper or blue shirt. And there was a lot of anticipation for this figure, and rightly so. I think they've done a great job. First, let's take a look at her accessories. I'll put the figure aside for a second. She, of course, comes with the figure stand. You'll notice that this has a matte black Cobra logo. It does not have the gold logo like the previous 50th anniversary versions had. That's why I'm not considering this line to be a part of the 50th anniversary, even though I've seen online that it's been labeled that. It's not the 50th anniversary anymore. The packaging does not have the 50th logo on it. You don't have the gold logo here. To me, it's just the 2016 line. So you got the figure stand here, Cobra Officer. Notice it doesn't say Female Cobra Officer. It's just Cobra Officer. She has her helmet. This is a dark blue, and I don't know if you can really see it. There is a black symbol on the front of the helmet. It's very hard to make out because it almost blends right in with the blue paint. It's a upside down triangle type symbol. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments because I have no idea. Comes with a rifle, very nice rifle, nicely painted. A little missile launcher. This is all black, solid black plastic. This little looks like a bomb, maybe some type of explosive here, all black. It would have been nice to maybe get some other paint application on there. You can see some little wires there molded on. It's nicely molded. The sculpt is nice. Just some little extra paint apps would have made it stand out a little better. And this fits onto her, onto the figure. I'll show you that in a minute. We have the backpack, which does open up, and you can put things in there such as the explosives I just talked about. Fits right in, and this closes very snugly. Stuff won't come out of there very easily. And there are two knobs on the side that you'll see here, and what goes on there are these two. I'm going to call them proximity mines, even though that might not be what they are. To me, they're proximity mines, so we're going to go with that. And these just snap on like that, very securely. They're very tight on here. They're not going to come off unless you pull them off. And the backpack has some nicely sculpted detail. They actually have some paint apps on the backpack, which is nice. You don't see that too often. Some blue pouches here on the sides. And she comes with a very teeny tiny pistol with a teeny tiny silencer that goes on like that. So it's all one matte black paint app. And last but not least, we have a knife all black. I personally would like to have seen a silver blade, but that's just me. Now let's take a closer look at the figure. This is a very nice sculpt. I really like the job they did with this. Very nice face sculpt. The paint applications are spot on this figure. I'm not seeing any of the issues we had with the 50th anniversary line with the messy paint apps. On my figure, there is in the back, if you turn her head to the left, you'll see a black spot there, but that looks like it's just where her head has rubbed against the neck. Maybe the head was put on some wet paint or something, so you can be on the lookout for that. Obviously she has blonde hair with a blonde ponytail, and this might have been inspired by an animated series episode from the original series. I don't know the exact episode, but I did find this image online with Female Cobra Officer and Destro, and if you know what episode this is from, let us all know in the comments, because I didn't really have time to track that down. So we've got the Cobra, silver Cobra symbol there. She's got some black web gear, a little loose. She's got some skinny arms. A silver belt buckle with a black belt that goes all the way around. And down we've got some nicely molded legs here. You can see all the wrinkles here in the material. Some straps here, and you may notice a little knob on the side, and that's where this explosive latches onto, like so. And here on her right side is the holster for the pistol. Slides in, and there's a little notch for the silencer to slide in like that. And down here on the ankle we've got the sheath for the knife. It slides in like that. And she's got black knee pads and black boots. Her pants are tucked into her boots at the bottom there. Some nice, I don't know if you can see this, some nice textured detail on the bottom there. It's details like that that separate G.I. Joe from some of the other lines out there. No real detail on the bottom of the feet. We have seen in the past some figures have molded detail on the bottom, but just the holes in the feet here. And let's look at the articulation. Her head doesn't really do a full 360 because of her ponytail. It does go side to side, and it is kind of looking down a little bit. Not to the extreme of the Recondo figure from the past release, but it is looking down a tad. The arms go up about so far, and they do a full 360. The elbows bend at the joint there, not quite a full 90 degrees. The wrist can do a full 360. These are tiny, tiny arms and tiny hands. The legs go out. My left leg on the figure is a little stiff. They go out about so far. Double jointed knees. Ankle joints, and the ankles do a full 360. The helmet does sit a little, I mean, it gets on there, but it is loose. It will come off pretty easily. If you try to turn her head, it just kind of comes off. But it looks good when you've got it on there. And here she is all geared up. She does hold the weapons very well. They fit very snugly in her hands. They're not falling out, they're not loose. The backpack, you do kind of need to move her ponytail a little bit to get the backpack in. Just a little bit so it will go straight. And it kind of weighs her down. The figure is so light, she's so tiny. The backpack kind of leans her back a little bit. But she can fit all of her accessories on the figure, which I really like. I always like it when the figure can hold everything that they come with. Let's go ahead and compare her with the Cobra Officer or Cobra Trooper that came out with the 25th anniversary. I don't know if you can tell this. These are slightly different shades of blue. The 25th anniversary is lighter than the new figure. The Cobra symbol is a lot smaller on this guy than on her. I think I like this version better myself with the bigger logo. And you'll notice this guy does have the mask. I believe that the Collectors Club is supposed to be eventually selling a 3-pack of this female figure with a mask like this guy. I have not seen any photos of that. I believe that was mentioned at JoeCon. So other than the shade difference, they look very similar. The same aesthetics are going on, the blue and the black, the knee pads, the straps on the legs, the web gear is similar. So I think these will look pretty good together on the shelf if you've got a little army there of blue shirts. So overall, this is a great figure. I really like the sculpt. The articulation is good. Paint apps are excellent. Much better than we've seen in previous releases with the 50th anniversary. So I highly recommend getting this figure.